Hi, and welcome to Summer Skin Over 40. I am starting a series for the next month before summer starts on different pairings you can use to get a really beautiful complexion that looks as skin-like as possible, but still give you some coverage, some confidence. Stick around. Hi, I'm Michele Spieler, also known as Clean Beauty Babe. I am an over 25-year professional makeup artist with even a decade in Hollywood under my belt, and I still do Hollywood type work out here on the East Coast. I started a YouTube channel to educate women over 40 because they feel largely ignored on social media, and so here we are. I love pretty skin, and I think you probably do too, and that's why you're here. And we want to have the most beautiful skin as we age because we are fighting gravity and loss of collagen and larger pores, but that doesn't mean we can't still have beautiful skin. I am told all the time how beautiful my skin looks, even though I'm about to turn 54, and you can have it too. I don't like heavy foundation, I don't like cake face, so I'm very strategic about how I place it. Today I am using some products that I bought with my own money. I am not sponsored, but it's products that I love, and I'm just going to introduce and educate, and then you can decide at the end of this series which combo might work for you. Yes, I said combo. So the most important thing about achieving beautiful skin, especially in the summer, is skin prep. So I have done all of my beauty counter skincare this morning, and then I have used this new sunscreen that I love, and I love the beauty counter sunscreen, I absolutely do. But the sheer one is only a 25, the thicker white pasty one, which actually gives me kind of beautiful skin, it's only a 30. This is Supergoop. Many of you have probably seen this on Instagram or TikTok or even YouTube or Pinterest, but this is a clean skincare line. They're based out of Texas, and this is the glow screen, which is why I am glowing like crazy. It is an SPF 40. You can see I bought a little tiny size. Look how little this is compared to most bottles. You probably don't get the best deal when you buy a tiny size like this. This is only, I think it's only like half of an ounce, but I wanted to make sure that I liked it. I got it on Amazon. It's not from a counterfeit. Supergoop does sell on Amazon. They have an Amazon store, and I wanted to try it, and I loved it so much. 3 days later, I bought a large size, and that is sitting in a box. I haven't unboxed it. So you can see it's just this beautiful, super glowy look, and honestly, some days I just wear this. It is lightly tinted, but not enough to provide any coverage. You can see right here it is lightly tinted, and it's just beautiful. So it does even out the skin maybe just slightly, but what I really love is the glow, and you can see that's all I have on my face other than skincare. So that is Supergoop Glow Screen. That's an SPF 40. I will be wearing this all summer. Now in the humidity, we already get kind of dewy. How did my dog get in here? Lucy! But I can't help it. I love glowy, dewy skin. I feel like I feel more youthful with it. If you are someone who is oily, you're trying to hide imperfections, you might have rosacea, you have combo skin, and you live in the southeast region where I do, and you get super hot and humid, this might not be the combo for you, but stick around because maybe some of it will. I will do a video down the line for women who have more to hide or like more of a matte finish. I completely respect that. I just personally don't love a matte finish on myself. I don't feel like it looks youthful. I'm going to start with Bare Minerals today. I have their Complexion Rescue, which is a tinted moisturizer. This bottle is absolutely filthy because I always put it on with my fingers. And then I went ahead and I purchased the Complexion Rescue foundation stick. And I didn't love it at first because I wasn't putting it on the right way. I was just doing this all over my face with the stick and then rubbing it in. I tried it a new way the other day and I loved it. I loved it. So let's start. This color is Buttercream number 3. It is kind of a light golden, and I'm definitely a light golden. I have a lot of yellow in my skin. I'm getting low on this too. What I like about the Bare Minerals is it is clean. These are vegan formulas. They are chock full of just water. So it has a nice cooling effect, but you can see that color there. And then what I'm gonna do is I can't help it. I'm really just a finger girl. I love to blend skin on skin. I am using my Beauty Blender maybe a little bit more. I see a couple breakouts from Maskne. Do you guys get the Maskne? Okay, I think you saw how much I used. That was maybe the size of a pinto bean. I'm gonna do the tiniest bit more on my forehead. I forgot to bring my clips, so for those of you who can't stand it when I don't clip my hair back, I apologize. I forgot to bring my clips down. Okay, so I have it all over and I'm just going to start, I kind of pat it in. I don't like to rub it, especially because I'm using retinol a few nights a week and I find that my skin can get kind of flaky. So I'm just patting it in all over, and then you'll see in a minute what I'm gonna do. You don't have to do the patting technique. I just like it because I'm kind of patting in like little circular motions, and I feel like it just kind of, you know, beats it into the skin the way you see people using a beauty blender. And this is a lightweight, medium buildable coverage. So remember, this is a tinted moisturizer. This is not where your coverage for areas where you need more coverage is going to come from. It is just a beautiful tinted moisturizer with a cooling effect. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Do you see how that evened me out? I've got that beautiful glow screen under it, and then I have this, and then what I can do is in a magnification mirror, I can take a damp beauty blender, and any area where I didn't maybe blend an edge in, I might kind of pat it. But I'm real careful not to pat too much because I don't want to lift off any of the little bit of coverage and tint that it is giving me in some areas. By using a tinted moisturizer, you are evening out your skin tone without heavy coverage. And so you're not going to find it settling into lines. You're not going to find that cakiness around the pores in the nose. It's just skin-like. Will it wear off during the day? Maybe. If you have a real oily skin type, it could. If you have to wear a mask on and off all day, but that's where this next beauty comes from, and this is the Complexion Rescue Foundation Stick. And again, at first I didn't love that, but I was putting it on wrong. I was literally like this, and I was drawing it on my face because I was being lazy. But what really works nicely is I will take a brush, and it's so beautiful. It's very cooling to the touch. And when I put it on as a stick foundation, I didn't feel that cooling, but putting it on with a brush, it just feels very cool. I'll just take a little bit on the brush, and I'm kind of just like buffing it in where I need a little bit more coverage. And for me, that is just down the center of my face, and then out here where I have a lot of sunspots. And then I pat it in because I'm careful. I don't want to get too much coverage on my crow's feet because, you know, we don't want to announce to everyone our age. We want to fool them. And so I'm just buffing it in, you can see. I really don't need much on my forehead. I find most foreheads, unless you have a ton of sun damage or melasma, you don't really need much coverage. But for the sake of this video, I'll put a little bit on. And I'm using the crown brush. If you watched my video on what makeup brushes to use, this is the C502, but I will tell you that Bare Minerals also makes a beautiful complexion brush. So if you ever see it on sale, maybe nab it. I might even nab it someday, but I'm very happy with this. Now, another thing I like, I'm avoiding this area here because I have the marionette lines, and look, I'm real puckery. So I don't go into those areas with coverage. And if a little coverage gets in those areas, I kind of buff it back out. I really don't want coverage where I have a lot of texture. I have something called orange peel, and it literally looks like the skin of an orange all right here, and it's all kind of puckery. Maybe that's not being conveyed on camera, but it's the one of my face that drives me nuts. I can't stand it, and I can't wait to get, look, watch this. I'm gonna get a lower facelift someday to pull this back and this back. It's kind of one of the reasons I started a YouTube channel. Something's gotta pay for it. So we'll see. I'll invite you along for the ride. Now, if you wear a mask all day, what I love about this is you can throw it in your purse, and you don't have to bring your brush. You could always just go in with your finger and kind of, maybe if you wore off a little bit of it on the nose because of the mask, or the chin, or around the lips after we eat, that happens. But that's the sole reason I bought this stick. I wanted something to throw in my purse, so if I take off my mask and I need a little more coverage put back on in those areas, I have that. I've used this for a few years now. I love it. This is pretty much my summer formula. I've used it 3 summers now, but I felt like I needed a little bit more, and I'm so happy with this, and I'm so happy that I did it with a brush, because I think buffing it in made all the difference. Again, you can always take a damp beauty blender and just go in to any of those areas if you need to. And let's try a little bit of the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Concealer. I haven't used this in a long time. I don't remember being a huge fan of it, but I do like to use brands' products together because they're formulated to go together, and I respect that. So I'm gonna just use a little bit. Now, another thing you could do is you could kind of leave it there for a few minutes because this is more of a serum-like concealer, and you could leave it for a few minutes so it starts to dry up a little bit, but for lack of time and to honor your time, because I know some of my videos I've got to cut down the time. I'm just a talker, I can't help it. I love to educate. But see, that looks great. That looks good. That's a nice mix. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why couldn't I just put the stick under the eye? Maybe you could. I feel the stick might be a little bit too heavy under my eye, and this is actually a serum concealer, and I think it works nicely with this. Any extra, I'll pat around. Okay? And then for many of you, you are going to want to powder, especially in the summer when we're hot and humid. So I'm just gonna powder just right through my T-zone. I love this light brush because it just puts the powder right where I need it and nowhere else. This is also Crown C501. I love it. It's long and thin and feathery, and it just kind of maybe where I'm gonna put a little bit of blush. Usually too, when I'm wearing really creamy summer products like this, it's probably the time of year I'm not using cream blush because then it would all just slide off my face. So I am gonna go real quick. I'm gonna throw on a powder blush and then you can see the whole look. Stay tuned. Oh wow, I just went up to my bathroom to put on some blusher and bronzer, and I got a little bit of a hot flash, so it's feeling a little hot around here, but that'll just add to the glow, right? So I did paint on a little bit of blush and a little bit of bronzer just to add more dimension back to my face, but I don't have on any highlighter at all. I did not add any highlighter. My blush is matte, my bronzer is matte. That glow you are seeing is partly this Supergoop glow screen, and then just the beautiful radiant nature of this like aqua infused complexion rescue by Bare Minerals. So what do you think? Let me know in comments, and also subscribe if this has helped you. It shows YouTube that our community over 40 is very interested in education over 40. So that would help me a lot. I really appreciate it, and it'll actually help me eventually maybe get this neck lower face job so I can bring you aboard and show you all about that. Let me know what you love in comments in the summer. I think we all learn from one another. I really appreciate the comments and the support. And I will be back next week with another combo for you for summer skin over 40. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.